workshop here. The gold one, she's going. It's one of the last Detroit 60 series trucks. Doesn't get a lot of miles, just over 500,000 miles in that one. The trailers here, those reefers, one of them's to get repaired, other ones somebody's want to buy it. The faraway burgundy truck, Paul's driving it. He was hauling the tarp load here, but Justin's going to deliver that Monday into Salt Lake, and then he'll pick up a load of shrubs going out to Driggs, which isn't too far from here, just a local job. And then get a little bit of stuff for the basketball people, some local work we're doing, so he'll do that on Tuesday. That step deck there, we keep that thing was in Salt Lake with took a load of bark down and come back up. It's handy for moving yards, that when we did it, but it was initially to put basketball hoops on. So that load there that's tarped, that came in from Washington, Seattle or something like that, going to Salt Lake. Justin's going to deliver that. Paul's going to deliver the steel up into Washington. And the little flatbed that's there, that's just a rental trailer. That one's going back, we don't need it. The old red beastie there, that sucker is one of the old oil field trucks. But just yeah, this is where our neck of the woods. Decent tarp job there, Paul. Not too bad, not too shabby. And that burgundy truck there, that's Justin's one that he's been using. Somebody's interested in buying that, so we'll see what gets sold and what we've got and left. But let me spin this around. Hold on. So I'll tell you why I'm getting rid of a bunch of trucks. I am jaded. That's the only reason. Too old, sick of the crap, sick of making no money, sick of workshops ripping the ever-loving stink out of the game. I'm tired of fringe drivers. But when I say fringe drivers, I don't mean guys that run around with the tassels hanging from the windows. I mean guys who are on the fringe, you know, of being part of the company. You're going to get them, and here's how I did it before with the trucks. I bought a truck, I've wanted another truck, I put somebody in my truck and let them see whether they were actually going to get sucked in and bonded into the company. And if they did get bonded into the company, I'd go buy another one and then do it that way. And then repeat. But when you try to force grow something, I don't think it works. We've tried it and we've lost. Cards on the table. It's been a bad market, no doubt about that. I know there's a lot of trucking companies and big names around here and nationally that are on the edge, on the verge. But I've had enough. Sick of it. Not playing anymore. I am done. This sounds like a dramatic thing, but I'm just done with it. I'm not doing it. So what we're going to do is keep our core guys that have been with me and are, you know, if I had to say to them, hey, really desperate, need this done, they would do it. I don't want the mercenary driver, the hitman that shows up and if somebody offers them, I know that I don't care about the money side of it, but it's the loyalty thing. The loyalty factor is what I'm after. You know, these guys that come in and think that we're CR England or Swift and can think, I'll work for a while and I'll give you a couple of days notice and I'll be done, or oh, I crashed a truck or I hit a truck, oh sorry, or not even sorry, see ya. Not interested, just not interested. got probably 7 really good guys. We've got 15 trucks, 16, something like that. I don't know. That's a bad thing, isn't it? But there's some of them are off the road, but as far as on the road, we have got 14 running trucks. So get rid of 7 of them, get rid of trailers, get rid, and then go back to having some sanity. This pickup truck, I put 150,000 miles on this in the last 3 years, chasing my tail up and down the oil fields, and now I'm chasing my tail and we're losing money. Make no bones about it. I can count. That's the difference between me and somebody else. You can pretend that you're still running and you're still doing something, you're still doing this, you're still doing that, and you're still going, but you're losing money. I used to notice that in Scotland with with taxi drivers are a good example of that. If you have a good Friday and Saturday night, you're doing alright, but when you actually add it up at the end of the week, have you made a profit, or have you subsidised the profit, your time to make the profit? Yeah, you might have made £600 or dollars that week, but you've put in 100 hours to do it, so, and then you're only one big breakdown away from being out of business. That's the way it is with trucks now. I'm tired of it. We're shutting down a bit, moving into different things, and keeping the core guys that have just not interested in somebody thinking that when you're small you have to have all your trucks running, because if you've got one truck that's costing you, let's just say $600 a week in a payment, and it's costing you $400 or $500 a week in insurance, there's $1,000 a week just for that. Forget about registrations and 2290s and all that. If you're paying all that money out to keep a truck in the road, and the driver quits, or it's in a workshop because it's broke down, anything that those other trucks are making is getting sucked up in that truck being off the road. And if you've got 2 or 3 of them off the road, and these butthole drivers that think that they can, the butthole driver that thinks he can just jump from place to place to place, that's coming to an end. This driver shortage that they say is in the country, it is an absolute fake news, no question about it. There's no driver shortage. If I bought another 5 trucks tomorrow, I could put them in it. We'd put drivers in them. They're out there because there's so many people going out of business, shutting the doors, cutting back. No driver shortage, I'm certain of it. But we were buying trucks to go up in size. You go to the driving school. We tried that, and tried that once. And these trainees that ain't even passed their freaking test yet are telling you, well, I know what I'm worth when I pass my test. And I thought, I know what you're worth when you pass your test. Absolutely nothing. You've got no experience, you've got no knowledge, you don't know what it's like to pull a truck with a trailer behind it with something in the box or on the flatbed. So don't stand there and tell me what you think you're worth. I know what you're worth, and it is far from what you think you're worth. We had a clown working for us recently, a complete moronic clown who thought he was going to charge me waiting time. We don't get paid the waiting time, but he thought he was going to charge me waiting time. And if the truck get paid waiting time, he wanted 100% of it. It's our freaking truck. And they think they're worth something, and they're not. There are very few. I'm sorry if there's drivers out there that are getting hacked off of this. The guys that know who I'm talking about will not be hacked off, because there are men out there that I respect and drive alongside them all day long. Those are the ones that I'm keeping with the trucks here. But these fringe drivers, it's a good term, they're on the edge, they'll sit and hold the steering wheel and look out the window and think that they're a trucker. They're not, they're just a truck driver. They don't know how to check their trucks, they don't know how to maintain them. If something goes wrong, I'm stuck. Not interested. Had enough. Don't want to build it. Just don't want to build it. I want it smaller. I want it manageable. I want to know that if a guy's got a problem, he can somehow tell me what's wrong with the truck, or fix it himself, or have a bit of. I want the guys that could go across Europe to freaking the Middle East in trucks, change a tyre at the side of the road, do all that type of stuff, and I will pay prime money. I don't need to pay prime money and attract them. I've already got them. I'm keeping what we've got, the good ones, the ones that are hopeless, not having it, and they're already gone. So that makes that easy. The guys that are here now are welcome to stay. They've been with me since I was 10, feels like. Brothers of mine, you know, friends, drivers, and blood brothers, really. Through, no blood brothers, but you know what I mean, pals, and the ones that have got your back. Not interested in any of this. If we get an extra truck, I might do a wee bit of driving myself, I don't know, but if we get an extra truck, I might try somebody for a little while. But if they don't actually integrate, if they're still on the outside as a fringe driver, after 3 or 4 weeks, you can tell I don't want to be in a position where this is where we've been at. I've got trucks, and I think I'm going to lower my standard and put a driver in that truck, because I can't really afford the luxury of the truck not moving. Whereas if we get 5, 6, 7 guys that I can really count on, if they want a week or 2 off, they can have it. If they, you know, but because they run hard otherwise. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing. Being very selective about where we're going to be running now as well. Our dispatchers have kept some of the trucks over on the East Coast because the rate's coming this way. They were not very good, and they've bounced them around out there. And to be honest with you, it scares the ever-loving crap out of me, because if something goes wrong, so far away, can't bring it home, you know, just don't like it. Don't like it. Don't know if my stomach's going for it. Don't know if it's because I've just turned 56 and I'm having a midlife crisis. Don't know if it's because I'm having to deal with a load of crap and not get to go back to Scotland very often. You know, I should be spending as much time in my life there, dealing with stuff there, and spend time with my wife, and then she could semi-retire and come here, and we could do the truck thing and ride around and spend the winter time in the sunshine in the south, and you know, yeah, I'm into that. I am not into keeping jobs for ungrateful. Don't know what the word to try to get out there was, but yeah, I think you get the vibe, and that's all I'm doing right now. I'm an employment bureau for people who don't give a crap, and that's not the guys that are here now, right? The ones that tell you, this thing's got a coolant leak and I've put a gallon in it, I'm not buying it anymore. Well, you reimburse people instantly. You know, I ain't putting no more coolant in this. I don't care what happens to it. Is that right? That did not end well for that man. The other ones that held me to ransom did not end well for them. Not having it, sick of it. Got people that I would back all the way. I've got drivers that I've bailed out of jail. I've got drivers that I've helped with every single financial aspect of their freaking life that you can think about, from putting in a water heater to paying payments and deposits in apartments and financing cars, you name it, done it. And they're grateful, and they're stuck here, and they're, you know, if we had that in the buses. I'm just sick of the ingrates that think that it is a truck driver market. And see you lot that are out there that think that, get a shock coming. The market's changed. It's not there. If you've got a job, you better look after it, because you won't be jumping into your jobs as quickly and easy as you think. Skippity skip, you know. So these big mega carriers are laying off drivers and getting rid of trucks because they can't make it work. So anyway, this has been a bit of a rant. Started off as a nice little cam video on a Sunday morning up at the workshop. I get dirty here, I need to wash my face, must have done some. Maybe need a shave, that's it. Just, see, that's it, you're that busy you don't even notice that you look like a scumbag. Anyway, I need to get my life back, take control of it again, and yeah, normalise with professional people. You know, I'm not talking about guys showing up to their work to drive a truck with a shirt and tie on. I'm talking about guys that know the job, can do the job, show up at an appointment and pre-plan the route instead of, oh, I'll get that on, I don't need to be there for 5 days, I'll just take my time, and then they're freaking late. When the first 2 years I was trucking with me, Paul and Justin and Wes, we never had a late load. Now it's commonplace. Think, no with my name on the side of the truck, you'll know. Beat it. Oh, I was tired. Is that right? Yep. I can only drive 400 miles a day. I can only drive 500 miles a day. Okay. See ya. Alright. Good talking to you. Hope this doesn't put you off listening again. But making money in trucking, this is not the time. Not the time. I don't think. Not have a big fleet anyway. I think an owner driver, make money. You know, good time to get a reasonably priced truck. If you want to buy some, I know a guy that's selling a bunch. Let me know. Shoot us a line. Bye bye.